Hello everyone, it's good to see you again. Thanks for joining me here for another episode of Dee's Delights. Tonight we're going to make a chicken pot pie recipe. It looks quite simple, and to tell you the truth, I haven't tried this recipe before. I've made other ones, but this one I thought looked pretty interesting. So bear with me as we get ready to see if this is a good pot pie recipe. So what you're going to need for this recipe is a pound of skinless, boneless chicken breast halves, and they want them cubed. I've already done that. 1 cup of sliced carrots, and I bought the ones that were already pre-washed and then just sliced them into little round circles. 1 cup of frozen peas. I got the little baby peas. They call them little petite peas. I'm not a pea fan, but I don't mind the little ones. 1/2 cup of celery. Just slice that up into small pieces. 1/3 cup of butter. 1/3 cup of chopped onion. 1/3 cup of all-purpose flour. 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper, 1/4 teaspoon of celery seed, 1 3/4 cup of chicken broth. I just picked up some chicken broth at Giant Eagle, nothing fancy, just some Swanson. 2/3 cup of milk and 2 9-inch unbaked pie crust. We're gonna try the Pillsbury ones. I'm not making homemade. We're going to try the Pillsbury ones for this and see how they last. So, let's get started. It says first preheat the oven to 425, which I've already done, and in a saucepan combine chicken, carrots, peas, and celery. So we're going to get that ready in a saucepan. We're going to combine the chicken. Be sure to scrub that cutting board afterwards. Carrots, peas, and celery. And then it says to cover it with water and boil. So I'm going to get some water here so that it's covered up so I can bring it to a boil. Well, you know what? Better put just a little bit more water in there. So my pan, as you can see here, I just have everything in there and I have it covered up with water. So I'm going to put it on the skillet here, see what they say. Add water to cover and boil for 15 minutes. Once we boil it, we're to remove it from the heat, drain, and set. It's going to take a little while, so I'll be back with you in about 15 minutes. Well, it's been close to 15 minutes since the chicken and the peas and the celery all have been boiling. So I'm going to drain those. Normally I would just drain it and use the pan, but I'm actually going to use a strainer and then put it back in the pan because I know what's going to happen. I'm going to lose those little peas, I'm going to lose those carrots. So I'm just going to pour it in a strainer here. And then put it aside. I made sure my strainer wouldn't let those little baby peas go through. Put that aside in another skillet. I can just use the same burner. It says in saucepan over medium heat, so I'm going to reduce that one now. I actually have it reduced. Medium heat. Cook onions in butter until soft and translucent. So here is the 1/3 cup of butter. Let's put that in there. Let that melt a little bit. Get my onions ready. Oh, look what I got. It says, don't be afraid to take whisks. Do you get it? Whisks. I love it. Don't be afraid to take whisks. You know, sometimes we are afraid to take risks, aren't we? But that's okay. We're taking a risk in the kitchen today because I haven't made this recipe before. I like pot pies. I like chicken pot pies. I even like the frozen ones that you can just pop into the oven. But we're going to see if this is better. Takes more work, of course, but we're going to see if it's better. I'm hoping it's better. Okay, the butter's melting. So we'll cook the onions first in the butter till they kind of become translucent, a little clear. Then we'll add the other goodies in there. So that'll probably only take a few minutes. Let's see. Next we need flour, the 1/3 cup, salt and pepper and celery seed. Now I mix them together. So I needed a 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1/4 teaspoon black pepper, and a 1/4 teaspoon celery seed. They're all mixed together and then I'll just pour them in. We have our 1 3/4 cup chicken broth and our milk, which was 2/3 cup of milk. Make sure I got all the ingredients correct. And then pretty soon I'm going to get out my pie crust. I'm letting that in the fridge until I'm ready to use it, because I don't want it to get warm. Another minute or two on the onions, that should be good. So once they become translucent, we're supposed to stir in the flour, salt, pepper, celery seed. We'll stir that in first, so these two. And then after that, we're going to slowly stir in the chicken broth and milk. Wondering if I should just mix those together. We're good. Yeah, I think I will mix those together because it says stir those in slowly till it thickens. So I'm not going to want to stir one or the other. So I'm going to mix these two together. And then I'll stir them in slowly till it starts to thicken because of the flour. Just like making a little bit of gravy. Okay, almost ready. I'm going to stir in the flour, celery seed, salt and pepper. I'm going to sprinkle that all over the place. I've already mixed those all together. Getting like a thick, thick pasty. Now we're going to start pouring in the liquids. Hear that sizzling? It's still pretty thick. Stir it in slowly so I can get it mixed around good. Get rid of all the flour chunks. Looks good. Okay, I poured the rest of it in. So now it's going to have to thicken up. It was really thick in the beginning. It's kind of just turning into a little gravy mixture. Let that get a little thicker. Let's go ahead and get the pie crust out while that is thickening. These are pretty cool. I don't normally use other pie crust. I normally make my own pie crust. Other than the hamburger wrap. That was a pizza dough. See how these turn out without tearing it all apart. Gotta get it started slowly. Yep, it's gonna, okay. Do it slowly so I don't tear it apart. Okay, that's starting to come. And it can cook a little bit longer. I want it a little bit thicker. I am going to turn it down though. You just kind of want to make it to a gravy texture. And you're supposed to use 2 9-inch unbaked pizza crusts. So, I guess you use 9-inch pans. Now this is only going to make one pie pan. One is going to be the top and one is going to be the bottom. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, we're going to take this away from the heat. It's nice and thick like a gravy. It says, place the chicken mixture in the bottom of the pie crust. Now remember, we drained the chicken mixture. We got rid of all the water that we boiled. So let's I'm going to mix this around again, a little chicken mixture here. Get everything kind of evenly spaced and then get it go around. Well, it didn't help much. So I'll do it once it's in there. Get my little peas mixed around. This is what Doug's having for dinner tonight. Hope he likes it. He usually likes pot pies though. Okay, I'll mix that around a little bit. A little different than my apple pies. Okay, pour hot liquid mixture over top, cover with top crust. So let's stir this up one more time. I'm going to pour that over top. As you can see, it looks like a little chunky gravy mixture. Get it in there all even. Looks good. That looks good. Hopefully it doesn't come out over the sides. Let it get down through. Yummers. I love gravy. So there, it's gonna go all the way through there. Then it says, cover the top crust and seal the edges. Okay, I'm gonna seal the edges. Most of it though is sealed pretty good. A little more squirting out. Then after we do that, it says cover with top crust, seal edges, and cut away excess dough. Well, I don't think there's any excess dough. Who wouldn't want the dough? That's my question. Make several slits in the top to allow steam. I do that with the apple pies. Just going to do it like I do with the apple pies. Okay. Bake in preheated oven for 30 to 35 minutes until pastry is golden brown, because you figure everything is cooked. So let's start with 30. See how that goes. Voila. Not too bad. We'll see if it's worth the effort. So 30 to 35 minutes, and then once it's done, I'm going to put it on the stove top and let it cool for about 10 minutes. Then I'm going to serve it. Be back shortly. Hey honey, you're home.
I'm home. I didn't know you were cooking again.
Yes, I'm cooking again. Tonight we're having chicken pot pie. And Doug has come for, he was looking forward to the ham balls I made.
We discussed it earlier on the phone that I would have the ham balls.
I know, I forgot. So you're gonna be, I told him he could have a ham ball or two now for a snack. And then I'm going to force you to eat the chicken pot pie. Yep.
Okay, honey.
Yeah. That's the best thing to do is just say, okay, look at this.
Ham balls for a snack.
Don't be afraid to take whisks. Isn't that adorable?
That's way adorable.
That's really adorable. All right, we'll be back shortly.
I guess I'll wait for the chicken pot pie.
Go find something to do just for another 30, 35 minutes.
Okay.
Well, the pie is getting brown, so I'm going to take it out a few minutes early. This was only in there for about 25 minutes. And to me, that looks good enough. Doug, do you think that looks brown enough?
Let's eat it.
Yeah. It's going to set for about 10 minutes. I know, it's awful. Doug has to wait for 10 whole minutes. It's going to set for 10 minutes, and then we are going to have a hearty chicken pot pie. I'll let you know how it turns out. Well, it's been sitting probably, what do you think, Doug, for 5.5 minutes?
Forever.
Forever. We can't wait no more. I'm going to scoop some out. I might need a ladle instead of this. We'll see. Give you a nice hearty piece. You could also serve it with mashed potatoes. See if I can get it without messing it up. Ooh, I messed it up. Sorry, Doug. That's your piece.
I don't care what it looks like, just let me eat it.
I'm going to scoop it out. See? One perfect piece of chicken pot pie. If you want a little bit more gravy, Doug, I'll give you a little bit more. I'm going to get a bigger spoon here.
Here.
Right here, right now. Going to scoop it out. Now, if you let this sit, like maybe for the 10 minutes that they had suggested, or maybe 15, 20 minutes, I'm sure it would firm up. Do you want some extra peas? I'm not the big pea fan.
Give me all the peas you got.
Okay, Doug loves peas. When we first got together, Doug used to live off of peas because he couldn't afford anything else.
Thank you, honey.
He used to live off of peas. Ooh, wait a minute. Piece of chicken. I'm going to take that piece of chicken that fell on the counter. All right. Let it cool here for a minute. Let's see. See what I think. Take a little bite of chicken without burning my mouth. Doug, would you like me to have a close-up shot of you enjoying your food? Are you sure?
I'll stay over here in the sidelines.
Okay. Let's see. No. Piece of chicken tasted like chicken.
That's pretty good.
You think?
That's better than Bob Evans.
Ooh, better than Bob Evans. That is pretty good. That pie dough is not bad. That was Pillsbury. I'm going to have to mark that down. Let me see. Yeah, that was Pillsbury pie crust. Not bad at all. I'm going to mark that down on the recipe.
You didn't make that homemade?
I didn't make that pie crust.
Well, that's cheating. Do they do that?
They know that because I showed them me getting it out of the box. Let me see. Are you still enjoying it? Now that you got peas and carrots in your mouth?
Peas and cornbread.
Beans, I thought it was peas and cornbread too, but it's beans and cornbread. Beans and cornbread. Peas and carrots.
It's whatever you want to put in there.
That's true. Peas and carrots. Chicken and celery. Okay, take another bite. Come over here and show them. No? Doug's not wanting to be on the camera. I'm not sure why. So, Doug, do you like this better than the frozen ones that we put at the banquet?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Is there anything you'd change about it if you could? Anything you'd add to it?
No.
No.
Like what?
There you have it. Like big, oh, you could do a potato dish. Oh, we'll catch you all in a few weeks. Thanks for joining us. Have a great day, and don't forget to share your recipes with me. I'm sorry, I'll take the camera off of you. I'll be right there. Don't forget to share your recipes with me, and if I use it on one of my shows, I will send you a $25 check.
What?
Yeah. Have a great week, everyone. Peas and
We could
cornbread.
take that $25, go out to eat, and you wouldn't have all this work to do.
That's true. So we enjoyed the chicken pot pie. I probably, for myself, would prefer a few less peas and a few less carrots, but Doug loves those, so we got to keep those in there. He said also that corn would be good in there. I didn't even think of that. Or like if you'd want to make a beef pot pie, that would be great. I just had Doug run some up over the hill to Lindsay, so they're going to have some pot pie, and Doug's going to take some for lunch with him tomorrow when he's out on the job site, because where he's working there'll be a microwave to heat it up. So we enjoyed the meal. It was pretty darn tasty. So thanks for joining us once again. Have a great week.